They say deep within a forsaken mountain, beyond black clouds that no sunlight can pierce, there still lives an ancient dragon. His name is Ravizar. For thousands of years, humanity believed the age of dragons had ended, that they were nothing more than a myth, a fairy tale told to frighten children into being good. That was until entire villages began vanishing, leaving behind only scorched earth and ash. And so it fell upon a reckless young man named Eilan to venture into the cursed mountains and uncover the truth. Eilan's father had gone missing in those same mountains, taken away by the dragon, or so everyone assumed. But Eilan knew there was more to the story. You see, his father wasn't the kind of man to just wander off. No, his father was the village elder, a wise and patient man who took care of everyone in the village, almost like a father figure to them all. But suddenly he had vanished without a trace, leaving behind only a single charred finger. And when the villagers went to the mountains to search for him, they found only more questions. Charred bones of livestock littered the ground, as if some wild beast had made a meal of them. Footprints, huge, clawed footprints, marred the soft earth, but they weren't made by any animal Eilan had ever seen. They were unlike anything from this world. And so Eilan decided he would go to the mountains himself. If anyone could put this to rest, it would be him. Now, most people considered themselves lucky to never see a dragon in their life, let alone speak with one. But dragons or not, the mountain was dangerous. The path up was treacherous and littered with the bones of those who had tried and failed to reach the top. But Eilan wasn't afraid. Sure, he didn't know what he'd do when he found the dragon, but he knew he'd figure it out. And so he began the long journey up the mountain. Days turned into weeks as he climbed higher and higher. The air grew thin and the temperature dropped, but he pressed on, his determination burning bright. Then one day, as he rounded a bend, he saw something unbelievable. There, coiled around a boulder, was a magnificent dragon. His scales were the color of storm clouds, and lightning danced along his horns. But it wasn't just any dragon. This was Ravizar, the very dragon spoken of in hushed tones around campfires. Ravizar opened one of his eyes, a glowing orb of molten gold. He looked at Eilan and spoke in a voice like rumbling thunder. "Who dares disturb my slumber?" Eilan felt a surge of fear, but he pushed it down and stepped forward. "I come in peace, great dragon." "I mean you no harm," Ravizar snorted, sending a puff of smoke into the air. "Then prove it." "Why have you come to this desolate place?" Eilan hesitated. How could he explain his purpose without sounding foolish? "I seek the truth," he finally said. "The truth about what happened to my father and the other villagers." Ravizar's gaze turned distant, as if he were staring into the depths of time. "So you seek answers," he rumbled. "Very well. I shall tell you what happened to your father. But first, I have a question for you." Eilan nodded eagerly. "Ask me anything, great dragon." Ravizar studied him for a moment. "Do you believe in prophecies?" he asked. When Eilan told him about the strange dreams he'd been having lately, the dragon finally spoke. The prophecy foretold the return of the Dragon King. It spoke of a hero who would rise to help him break the curse that has bound him for so long. Could you be the hero of the prophecy? Eilan was confused. What did the dragon mean? Was he the hero? Was Ravizar the Dragon King? And how could he possibly help an ancient dragon break a curse? Eilan had many questions, but before he could ask any of them, the dragon suddenly collapsed to the ground, his colossal form trembling violently. With a Herculean effort, Eilan scrambled onto the dragon's back and held on tight as Ravizar launched himself into the air. They soared above the clouds, the wind screaming past them. Below, the world was a patchwork quilt of green and brown, dotted with tiny villages and rivers. But Eilan had no time to appreciate the view. He was far too worried about what lay ahead. When Ravizar landed, they were in a place like no other. Lush green meadows stretched as far as the eye could see, dotted with sparkling waterfalls and filled with exotic flowers that pulsed with vibrant energy. In the distance, Eilan could hear the sound of laughter and music. It was like stepping into a dream. "Where are we?" he asked, awestruck. "This is the Hidden Valley," Ravizar replied, his voice weak. "Only dragons and the creatures of legend know of its existence." Suddenly, a group of majestic unicorns emerged from the trees, their horns glowing with celestial light. They surrounded Ravizar, their eyes filled with concern. "We have been expecting you, great Dragon King," one of them said, his voice like the tinkling of bells. "The prophecy has foretold your return." Eilan stared in disbelief. Was this place real? Was the Dragon King actually a prophecy? What was his role in all of this? Suddenly, Ravizar collapsed, his colossal form trembling violently.